I recently had an exhibition of my pointillism portraits, brothers and sisters, in the Town Hall Gallery in Bishop's Castle in Shropshire. On view were all the faces and images which moved me over the last nearly half century. Why? This image poses a large silent question from the young boy's beckoning eyes. That question, though unstated, remains as essential and important one to keep on asking. Timorous, from an article on strife in Timor, this mother's bond with her child seemed universal, as did the child's natural dependency on a loving and protective mother. Someone's mother, created from a photo of an old woman seized by the corrosion of dementia, I tried to portray the intimate bewilderment of those ravaged by this heartbreaking disease. Inscrutable. Unusually for me, in this portrait, there are no eyes, as gateways to the inner self. Yet the pronounced contours of this man's face report a life fully lived and poignantly felt. Glee, found on the front cover of my wife's speech therapy magazine, this young boy's face radiates unfettered delight, so much larger than the constraints of his mental disability. A reminder for us to embrace the simple, sweet moments coming our way each day. Prayer. This homeless man, enfolded in what seems to me a forsaken and desperate act of praying, suffers a solitude not foreign to any of his fellow human beings. Again, after completing this, the subtle symbolism of the cruciform structure appeared to me. Innocence. From a famous book called Afghan Girl from decades ago, the face of this young girl, shrouded in mysterious self-containment, prompted me to try and celebrate her impish sense of calm inner peace. Vigilant. This, my only profile portrait, conveys to me a sense of great dignity and elegant nobility. Sleep. From an article on a food crisis in Africa, this work is the largest I ever attempted, hoping to show how an emaciated child seeks to forget his ravenous hunger in the oblivion of sleep. Madonna and Child. This is my only work which I have embellished, adding a halo to impart a sense of neglected holiness to this old woman, consigned to an institutional existence of stillness and isolation. Trust. Curiously, this image came from a Banks newspaper advertisement. Newly alive to the daunting challenges of the bright, greater world, this baby, out of instinct, clings to its only source of nourishment and safety. Faith. I tried to express with my ink pens the vulnerability found in this young girl's face, nakedly exhibiting a deep, raw grief, which from time to time inhabits us all. Her wet tears could be moist prayers. Dad near the end. Having worked in a factory for 42 years, my father expected little or nothing from life except providing for his family. I wanted to convey his unyielding stoicism, his refusal to surrender to the inexorable atrophy of old age. Hard times. This young woman's face originally had been used to raise funds for a homeless and drug treatment charity. It was the pleading anguish reaching out from her eyes which stirred me to reveal her human pain and honor her struggle to survive. Smile. The face of this South American child glows with simple, innocent, unaffected pleasure, reminding us that smiling possesses its own international language, transcending all cultural boundaries. What's coming? It was the eyes staring out at me from a film review magazine which moved me to create this image, shouting from the depths of primal fear. Radiance. I was drawn to and sought to capture and release this beaming monk's humble peace and his effervescent joy at just being alive. It felt he knew the greatest of earthly secrets. Room with a view. This portrait from a newspaper photograph imprinted upon me a haunting sense of urban isolation in our commodity culture. Joy. Taken from a greeting card showing the delight of a young boy enjoying spray from a garden hose, this portrait revealed to me only after having been finished the cruciform structure of the image. The Miner. After an accident took the sight in my left eye in 1975, this was my first pointillism portrait, hoping to convey, given my own working class roots, the serene integrity of this working man. To buy a copy of my book, Brothers and Sisters, you can visit my website, pointillismportraits.com. The creative act is a powerful antidote to cynicism. Perhaps to truly understand and live out our own separate lives, we must find and accept the hurt, the wonder, the isolation, the despair, the joy, and the grief which by birth unite us all.